What we doing here? Hmm? Honestly. I mean, this segment, it's a difficult one to say and not cause offense. And that's not my objective. I just think it's something that needs to be spoken on. I'm referring to the Gary Neville clip that's gone viral. It's gaining a lot of traction. And one thing I want to say personally is salute to Gary Neville. No? I know you lot feel the same. It's very rare we see a personality, 'cause that's what he is now, step out and take a stand against racism, bro. And we have to respect that and salute that. Because racism still exists. And we all know that. You know, it's everywhere. I'd love to see a day it stops. Because me personally, I'm not racist. Not one bit. So when I saw Gary Neville, ex-Man United legend, England legend, once upon a time was one of the best right backs in the Premier League. It's a fact still. You know what I mean? Step out, take a stand. He didn't need to do that. It would have harmed his character more by doing what he did. Like if he had stayed quiet, it's nothing to him, innit? Which shows me the person he is. And I salute it, bro. You know? Because I can only imagine how much people in the buildings you work in may look at you strange. Like, why did you do that? We see Sky Sports already saying that, you know, they had to have a word with him. Again, it's the racism thing. It's techie. Speak out about that. It's career ending almost. But I want to say big him up. Power move. Stood for something, man. And I'll give you a little context as to how he saw it, just in case you ain't seen the clip. So basically, he said, in all the years, because remember, he owns multiple businesses, multiple hotels. Yeah, he's on his property thing. Not only is he a good pundit with football, own podcasts, you know, with Ian Wright, Roy Keane, Jamie Carragher, and that's top tier, by the way, salute. He's got his hands in a few things, you could say. But he basically said in all the years he's been building in the city, he'd never seen union flags at the current rate and questioned why was this the case. Because remember, some union flags was put up on some of his properties. So he's thinking, why now? What's going on? Cool. He said the Union Jack flag used in a negative fashion is not right. And he's a proud supporter of England, Great Britain, of his country, and he'll champion it anywhere in the world as one of the greatest places to live, he said. But I think we need to check ourselves and start to think about bringing ourselves back to a neutral point because we're being pulled left, right, and centre. Now, have you seen the video clip? You know how he's talking on there. He's basically saying, bro, I'm not standing for you lot putting up Union Jack flags on my buildings because I believe you lot are doing it in a racist way. And he was aiming this quote at white people, similar age to himself, 40s, 50s and up. That's who he's aiming it at. So he's took down the Union Jack flags from his buildings and then said, look, like, I think you lot are doing this to basically say England, white people only, the rest out. Now, one thing that confused me, G, I'm not gonna lie, a question I might have for you is, if it all kicks off and that, so what side would I be on? Cause you know I'm in tune with my white side. And my dad on my black side kind of showed me, boy, it's over, buddy. So I'm just want to know if you can help me know, where do I go? But your statement, valid, salute, and good to see, man. Good to see. Like I said, you possibly could have lost your career over that. And I know you're probably still getting slack till this day. You know? You got a lot of people talking about why is he doing it, why is he doing it. I say, well done. What's wrong with it? If he believes people are putting up Union Jacks in a way to basically say, why England? How can you agree with that and not be racist? So again, touchy subject, but salute to Gary Neville. You lot let me know what you lot think. Now forwarding on, salute Ben Whitaker. Most of you should know who Ben Whitaker is, but for those that don't, boxer. I think his weight's like 175 pounds. Cold though. Skillful. Clearly watching Nassim. Yeah. Getting 2 tips from the man, the showman. And he's applied it to his own craft. And if you don't know, he's basically gone on side with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom. They're his promoters now. So what that means for him is bigger fights, definitely a championship fight at some point. They'll just line up the people in front of him for him to knock them down. And he wasn't getting that reach before. So I think with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom, I think we'll see that. And even down to giving you some context about Ben Whitaker, he was the silver medalist at the 2020 Olympic Games. He's 10 fights in, like I said, 9 wins, 1 draw, no L's. He's in the top 15 at his weight by the IBF, WBC, and WBA, and he's 28. Some people say 28's old, but in boxing, I think that's young personally. I think he's got years to go. And he basically told Matchroom that truthfully is, if you ask him with what he's been doing in the gym and that, he's basically saying he's ready. He just needed a manager to sort things out. He's saying, I'm 28, I'm still young for this division, and I've only got time on my side. For me, it's about putting them in front of me and I'll beat them. So salute to Ben Whitaker, man. Talented boxer and deserves his opportunity. And Eddie Hearn, as much as that man makes me laugh, he's definitely gonna provide that for him. So salute, bro. You know where you're at. You know what we do here, man. Discussions on most things. Make sure you're subscribed.